Right. What we're about to embark on isn't just a trip, it's a pilgrimage through human genius, ambition, and a dash of glorious madness. We'll see things so vast and brilliant, they make everything else look a bit rubbish. These aren't just buildings or tunnels. They're monuments to the idea that impossible is just a word. So grab a cuppa and prepare to have your mind boggled as we count down the most jaw-dropping feats of engineering ever conceived. From deserts to oceans to the vacuum of space, these projects defied gravity, nature, and common sense. Welcome to the world's greatest engineering marvels. Let's start with something you simply can't ignore. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It's not just a skyscraper, it's a statement 828 meters tall, a glittering exclamation mark on the skyline. Building this wasn't just stacking floors, the challenges were monumental. The wind at that height is ferocious, so architects designed a spiraling shape to confuse the wind and keep the building stable. The foundation? They drilled over 50 meters down and anchored the building with 192 concrete and steel piles. It's not just sitting on the earth, it's part of it. And the heat. The glass is a high-tech, multi-layered shield, reflecting the desert sun and keeping the inside cool. Every panel was meticulously placed, creating a shimmering skin against relentless heat. Getting concrete to the top required a world-record high-pressure pump, forcing wet stone over 600 meters up. At the peak of construction, over 12,000 workers from more than 100 countries were on site daily, a city dedicated to going higher than ever before. The logistics alone are a marvel. The elevators? The fastest double-deckers in the world, launching you skyward at 10 meters per second. Inside, it's a vertical city: apartments, hotels, restaurants you could live your whole life without touching the ground. The spire at the top, made of over 4,000 tons of steel, was constructed from inside and jacked up piece by piece. The Burj Khalifa is more than a record breaker. It's a symbol of what happens when ambition, money, and engineering genius collide. It's a beacon of progress, a challenge to the world, and one of the most wonderfully over-the-top things ever built. And for that, you have to love it. Now, from the sky to the depths beneath the sea, the Channel Tunnel. For centuries, the English Channel was Britain's great defender until 1994, when we drilled a 31-mile hole through it. The idea wasn't new, but the audacity of tunneling under one of the world's busiest shipping lanes was pure fantasy for ages. They didn't just dig one tunnel, they dug two for trains, one for service and emergencies. The service tunnel manages pressure changes as trains hurtle through at 100 miles per hour, saving your eardrums. To dig, they used tunnel boring machines, mobile factories the length of 2 football pitches, operated by crews of 50. As the cutting head chewed through chalk, the machine lined the tunnel with concrete segments. Imagine, 100 meters below the seabed, the ocean pressing in, digging towards a country you can't see. Both sides, English and French, dug towards each other, guided by satellite navigation and hope. The precision was insane. Over 20 kilometers, the two halves had to meet perfectly. When they did, it was a quiet handshake deep underground, one of engineering's great moments. The spoil removed created a 74-acre nature reserve at the White Cliffs of Dover. The constant threat was water. Engineers had to stick to a specific chalk layer, performing keyhole surgery on the planet. The finished product? You drive onto a train, sit for 35 minutes, and emerge in another country. Magic made mundane. The Channel Tunnel didn't just connect two countries, it changed Britain's relationship with Europe. It's a symbol of cooperation, shared ambition, and the victory of ingenuity over nature. One of the wonders of the modern world. Next to Central America, for a ditch that changed the world, the Panama Canal. A 51-mile waterway that sliced a continent in half, saving ships an 8,000-mile detour around Cape Horn. The French tried first and failed, defeated by disease and jungle. The Americans learned from their mistakes, waging war on mosquitoes before moving a single shovel of earth. The biggest obstacle was the Culebra Cut, a 9-mile battle against unstable mountainsides and landslides. But the true genius? The locks. Panama isn't flat, so they built giant concrete chambers to lift ships 85 feet above sea level, using gravity-fed water from a purpose-built lake. Ships cross the man-made Gatun Lake, then descend through more locks to the Pacific. Watching a 100,000-ton ship lifted by water is awe-inspiring. The lock gates, 7 feet thick and perfectly balanced, are engineering marvels. The canal has evolved, with a massive expansion in 2016 to handle even bigger ships. The Panama Canal is more than a shortcut. It's a testament to perseverance, victory over disease, and brilliant large-scale thinking. It reshaped global trade and stands as one of the most ambitious engineering projects ever. Not just a ditch, a waterway to a new world. Now back in time to China for something so vast it makes everything else look tiny. The Great Wall of China. No, you can't see it from the moon, but it's still staggering. A dragon of stone and earth stretching for thousands of miles. It wasn't built all at once, but over centuries by different dynasties, starting as simple earthen walls. The Ming dynasty built the iconic stone sections, turning it into a serious military defense. They built it along mountain crests and steep slopes, the hardest places to reach. How? Human and animal power. Armies of workers carried stone and brick up impossible terrain. Every stone represents sweat, toil, and determination. Materials were local. Stone in the mountains, earth on the plains, reeds and sand in the desert. A masterclass in adaptive engineering. The wall wasn't just a barrier. Watchtowers formed a rapid communication network, sending signals across hundreds of miles in hours. As a defense, its success was mixed. Genghis Khan just went around it, but its psychological impact was immense. It defined borders, controlled trade, and shaped the very idea of China. Walking the wall today, you feel the ambition and history in every step. It's not perfect, but it's real. A scar on the landscape, a testament to millions who built it. The Great Wall isn't just an engineering marvel. It's woven into China's identity. It represents endurance, perseverance, and the will to shape the land itself. The single greatest construction project in human history. For our final wonder, we leave the planet 250 miles up, to the International Space Station. This is humanity's front porch to the universe, a permanently inhabited, football field-sized lab orbiting at 5 miles per second. The most expensive and complex thing ever built, costing over $150 billion. It's a collaboration between the US, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada, a UN with a better view. Every piece had to be launched into space and assembled in orbit by astronauts, like building Lego in zero gravity, with oven gloves and instant death if you slip. The ISS was launched and then built module by module over more than a decade. Life on board is a constant engineering challenge, generating power, with giant solar arrays recycling air and water, surviving extreme temperature swings. The ISS circles Earth every 90 minutes, 16 sunrises and sunsets a day. The structure endures constant thermal stress, demanding materials that can survive space's extremes. Its purpose? Science. Experiments in microgravity reveal things impossible to study on Earth, from fluid physics to human biology. This knowledge is crucial for future missions to Mars and beyond. The international cooperation is remarkable. Former rivals now depend on each other for survival. The ISS is a peace project, a beacon of what we can achieve together. On a clear night, you can see it, a bright star moving silently overhead, a symbol of human ingenuity and hope. The ISS is the pinnacle of engineering, combining rocketry, robotics, life support, and diplomacy. Not just a world wonder, an out-of-this-world wonder. So there you have it. 5 staggering feats of engineering. From a spire in the sky to a tunnel beneath the sea, a canal that split a continent, a wall that defined an empire, and a laboratory orbiting the planet. Each is a story of ambition, overcoming odds, and relentless human drive. These marvels prove there are no limits to what we can achieve. They're our legacy, written in concrete, steel, and stone. Which achievement blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more journeys through human genius.